Oh, but I have. I
Yeah.
remember. I was at
do.
McDonald's for 11 years. I remember.
Yeah.
Um, man. It's such a calm down from all the stress of like the cooking and the dealing with family, and the tiptoeing around relatives that are talking about political shit or just their own beliefs or whatever. It's such a it's that whole decompression for me. So like most of January is just and
Okay.
Sure.
it's like relaxing after a really big poop.
Yeah, yeah, okay. That's a good so you
It's
got
a
the
really
shit
good
out of the
anal
way.
G.
You got the shit out
Yeah,
of the way, really. Okay.
yeah.
Right.
Awesome. I don't know. I never really get stressed out by my family. I know what you mean though. I do have like a sort of space that I've created for myself. And if I have the chance to like be in my space versus like be with in some other space, then I usually try to not um I usually try to avoid that shit. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. First
I
20
hear
days are
you on
pretty
that
good
one.
for me. Yeah. What were you going to say?
Mm.
You said you hear me on that one. Okay.
Yeah, I
Um,
hear you out.
I went to New York, New York. That was pretty awesome. It was a
How
business
was
trip.
that,
New
by the way? I
York,
remember
New
hearing about that.
Oh
York.
my god, it was fucking amazing. Actually, I feel like New York is actually pretty dope. Um, I'm not fond of the food in Manhattan. The food in Manhattan is like bland as shit and it's really expensive. So that's some bullshit. Um, other than
That's
that,
so weird.
yeah. What? Wait. What is so weird?
You need to look up some of the places you went to and like talk and like point like give us a little tour of the places you went and the food you ate so we can understand. Because like as someone who goes to Chicago, I don't want to say regularly, but like, with some frequency every year,
Yeah.
I I I I I, I can't imagine New York food being that meh when
It
I
was.
live so close to a comparable city, and like
Yeah.
the food there is always just maybe I just know where the fuck to go, but like I can't imagine it being that. I've never had a bad meal in Chicago.
Yeah. So okay. It was.
Absolutely agree
It.
with you there.
Yeah, well, okay. So Chicago's food culture is probably set up differently than it has to be set up differently than New York. Now, I was talking to like my Uber driver, and he was from
Hmm.
Queens, and he was bragging like up and down, like he was like he couldn't say enough good stuff about Queens. Like apparently Queens is the shit. But I was, but we were staying in like this area. Like this is like we were like near Central Park, so we were in like
Oh,
lower Manhattan,
nice.
and
Hmm.
Very nice. Very
yeah,
nice.
it was very very nice. But all of the food in like this area was just not the ish. Like I couldn't. Like I remember ordering a steak, and I ordered it medium, and it didn't
Hmm.
have any sort of like real seasoning on it. It didn't feel like it didn't taste like a steak. It tasted like sterilized or something like that. Like it
Oh,
wasn't
that's the worst. That's
like
terrible.
it had the texture of a steak, but it wasn't like it didn't have like a meaty, beefy taste. I was like, what the
Hmm.
fuck is this? So I don't know. I don't know. It was like $48, and it was just that and some like mashed
You
potatoes that
got
were pretty mid. I
you
don't know.
got the impossible beef steak.
I don't know what the fuck I got, but no, it was. I don't think it was Impossible beef. Impossible meat tastes better than that. Um, let's see.
As a small segue, really quick, I have had the Impossible Whopper at Burger King,
It's good.
and the one I had was not inedible. Like
Yeah, it's
I've
good.
had, yeah, it is not bad.
It's a little
Um,
saltier than a regular, Whopper,
yeah,
but it still tastes good. It tastes
it's
like
not.
a Whopper.
It needed some bacon or something, but like
Double
You're
I'm
gonna
not to mention.
Texas bacon Whopper from Burger King is what to get.
the
The
what?
double Texas bacon Whopper.
Double Texas bacon Whopper. Hold
Yep.
on. Double Texas. Oh my God, Texas bacon Whopper Burger King.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah, that.
Holy
Yeah,
shit!
It's got onion rings on it.
Yeah. Texas
I
Double Whopper.
was doing that as a kid. I was putting my onion rings on my burger from Beefaroo long ass time ago.
Fucking howdy. Get the fuck out of here with that.
When I came back from my camping trip over the summer, on the way home when we were driving through Michigan, me and my friend, we always talk about how, like, when we ate a Texas Bacon Whopper when we were in high school, we were like, we could eat that once and then fill up for the whole day because we'd always hang out after school. And we both got a Texas Double Bacon Whopper, and like we couldn't even finish it because it was so filling, even though we had just got done hiking like 9.5 straight miles from our camp.
Hold on, what was the
And
thing
I
that
was
I used to... Hold on, the Baconator?
I was a fat kid. Yeah, the Baconator from
Wendy's.
From
Oh my
Wendy's, yeah, that's a good one. The problem is their bacon
Baconator.
always tastes extra processed. Like I'm fine with
Wendy's?
like
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
like they
Absolutely.
like it's not done and like look at that crispy looking bacon. It looks
It's never
so
done
good.
like that when you get
It's
it from there.
never.
Never.
Yeah,
It's always
never.
floppy. Always floppy.
Yeah, that does look like a tasty burger.
Oh my god, I'm such a fat ass.
God,
This
we
is
had to
amazing.
be talking about food, and I was
Indeed,
thinking
talk
about
I know,
every
food.
fucking time.
I postpone. It's always one thing with a podcast. Either it's movies, it's food, it's video games. It's always one thing you always lead back into.
Yeah.
Guess we're all fat asses because
Yeah.
I didn't make food before. I was like, when you said it was like 25 minutes, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna have time to make food. So I just like whatever. I'll just eat afterwards.
This should be false advertising. This bullshit right here.
Look how
nothing
perfect it looks.
That's
I know,
Nothing looks
right?
like that.
That's CG. That's like a perfect square. That's like perfect rectangular prisms.
Imagine
patties.
being the people who get to take those like photogenic pictures of like fast food like that because
It
people are
made me
paid
so
to do
fucking
those.
hungry.
Dude, I know.
Oh my god. Okay, we gotta stop.
I could never be vegetarian. I could give up beef because beef doesn't really agree with my stomach very well. I could do all chicken and pork and fish,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
eggs,
same actually.
but like once in a great while, I get a hankering for some beaf.
Okay,
And
one place I did go to. Hold on, it was what was it? Twin Tails. This has like the best Thai food I have ever eaten in my entire fucking life. Holy shit! It was fucking crazy. Like the inside of it was
Asian restaurant.
Yeah, it was
Fancy,
Southeast.
wow.
Yeah. Oh my god. It was so
Oh
good.
God.
It was so good. This shit right here. Okay, this is these are like shrimps on a kebab stick, and I don't know what these noodles are called, but they were fucking amazing.
it looked like lo
remember-
mein.
Lo mein? Not quite.
Like that's what they look like.
They're
I
a little
have no
thick
idea.
to be lo mein, I
Yeah,
think.
they're a little wide.
I don't know.
But oh my
Little
god,
thick.
the food was so good. It
Oh my
was
God, the
ridiculous.
subliminal messaging right now. I literally am like getting hungrier by the second.
The one thing I was confused by, they had like these long. Hold on, let me see if I can. Hold on, let me go ahead and hack this shit real quick. Nope, that's not it. Nope.
What the hell are you doing?
Let me just inspect. I was trying to use a hotkey. Hold on. Like, where are the photos? Network. Hold on there, bye.
Hacking lessons.
Yeah, hacking lessons. Oh, boom, right here. Wait, is this an individual photo? Wait a minute.
Congratulations, everyone! You're now learning how to be a net runner.
Yep. Live Netrunner gameplay. Oh, it's so cold in my room right now. Oh my God.
A good thing. Cold
No,
is good.
it's like 52 degrees in here. I'm
Oh,
freezing.
these
That-
green beans.
Man, that ain't no. It is. Let me look at my thermometer.
-5
Anyway.
degrees outside.
This Thai food
It
was great.
is.
Negative
It is
5.
42 in my basement right now,
Oh my
and
God.
I'm a polar bear. I radiate heat.
I do too, but I just can't. Oh, my
Everybody
feet are so
was
cold.
freaking out about the cold in New York, and I realized that that's definitely overrated because like the
Yeah.
cold up there doesn't hit the same way as it hits like everywhere else. It was actually like it was kind of like a bearable cold. I don't know.
Yeah, if you come from Chicago, like around where we are,
Yeah.
like New York is nothing. It's cold, sure, but Chicago, like, we can go from an 80-degree day to a like -6-degree day the next day. It's just
Yeah,
like
we recently just had it
a
was
30. What was it? 32? No, it was like 50
no,
degrees 3 days ago,
yeah,
and then it
it
went
was
down to -5 the day
yeah,
after. Like, yeah,
yeah.
exactly. It's
Just plummet. And
mostly.
then there's the wind chill because of the wind.
Yeah, I went for a walk that day. I walked to the general store right by my house,
Yeah,
and
I had my
I was
windows
out for 2 hours. Yeah, me too.
we aired out the house. We were like, oh, this will be great. The last time we get to do this for probably a month and a half.
Did y'all hear about the polar vortex that was sweeping through?
I
Like
think
they're
that's what's going on right now. Because it's like,
hold on.
what's the temperature by you right now? What's it like?
I'm at 22 right now.
Those are rookie numbers.
Yeah, rookie numbers. Okay.
Where are we at right now? We're at 3. I'm at 3. I don't know what you're at, Lily.
Holy shit.
I am at -5.
Oh,
Nice.
Very nice. But yeah, I don't know. This year's gonna be crazy. This year's gonna be crazy. Bundle up, everybody.
Yeah.
Bundle up.
Or don't, like me, just be a polar bear and
Just
wear
lay out
shorts
in
and
the
flip flops.
fucking-
I'm gonna end up like
When
the
I was a
scene
little
from the
kid-
thing of the guy sitting with his arms frozen out.
When I was a little kid, I was like 3-ish. I went out in just my underwear and I went playing in the snow apparently. And my grandma said I must have been out there for about an hour and a half. And I'm just perfectly fine. Grandma's like, I don't know how you don't have frostbite.
You just survived.
Running
And
around.
I don't even remember it. That's a story I heard from my mom that was from my grandma to her.
He's just built different, I guess.
I don't know.
Built different.
Built different.
Okay, so one of the things that I'm thinking about is the 5000 series of like RTS cards. Okay,
Right,
so
right.
I saw it come out. I saw Nvidia talking about it at their little thing at at CES, and at their little thing. No, it's fucking huge. And like people were talking about like the frame rates and like they got like people were memeing the shit out of them on like a
I heard a little bit. That's all I've heard. I've heard a very little bit about it.
they were like, bro, how are you selling us actual frames that don't exist? Like, I don't know how the fuck that's happening. But anyway, like, I think there was a report by Gamers Nexus, and they were talking about how like the 5000 series, like the 5090, wasn't hitting the same numbers as the 4090,
Right.
and that was like with DLSS off. Like definitely the raw power output is just like going to be much lower, and most of that has been thrown into like their AI cores.
Of course. Naturally.
The only thing that freaks me out about that is that like from here on out, we're just going to be favoring like specific
Frame generation over actual performance, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. And I'm curious about like how that's going to fuck up games that don't care to focus on things like that, because I know that I'm not entirely certain that like Decima. So I haven't looked in it in a
That's
while.
Kojima's engine, right? Yeah, that's Kojima's engine.
Well, Kojima and what's it called?
What's
Guerrilla's
it, Horizon?
engine.
Yeah, Horizon's also using
Horizon
it, right.
Zero Dawn, Forbidden West,
Yeah,
and then
right.
the
I forgot that they were
LiveStream.
using Decima. That's so interesting.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. Well, they created Decima.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know if they use it. I think they added it on the ass end of the production, but they didn't initially come out with
No,
like, all
yeah.
of this frame
In
generation
2019, it did not come out with frame gen.
shit. Yeah.
I remember
But it
because I was playing it on my PC.
yeah, but it was still beautiful, and it was hitting like 4K.
It ran really well. Yeah.
Extremely. So I'm
Absolutely.
wondering, like, are we going to be like pigeonholed into a fuckload of like Unreal Engine games that are like using all this like DLSS bullshit, or is it like, are we actually going to get games going forward where like people are just like, I don't know, doing like actually have an engineering team behind their artwork and all this other stuff, you know? I mean,
Okay, so this is actually a great question, I think, because this is a problem I've recently been facing with my girlfriend, because she has a lower end laptop that still has a Blackwell. Is it Blackwell?
It's like, you mean the Blackwell
Hold on.
series?
10. Yeah, so 10 series. It's old.
Holy
So
shit! Yeah, okay.
so they don't have any access to DLSS, unlike
No,
the 20 series, which still does have access to the lowest level uh, of
DLSS.
DLSS, right? And in games like Helldivers, which is a good example of a game that's actually very well optimized
Yeah,
in the modern day.
yeah,
The problem with it is it's not optimized on the lower end. It's optimized to run on very like middle of the road hardware, and on lower hardware, it just doesn't have the optimization to run on lower end hardware.
yeah.
But that's the problem is like if you can't meet these benchmarks for performance without DLSS, you get nothing from DLSS because DLSS only works if you're getting a certain amount of frames. You need like 40, 50, 60 frames to make DLSS function in a way that's like not noticeable when you're playing, or quote unquote not noticeable. Like it's Maxwell architecture.
Okay, yeah.
Blackwell was 20 series. Anyways, it's something that's been like very frustrating to see because it's just like, yeah, it seems like with the advent of Unreal 5 and its unoptimized mess that is what everyone is using nowadays, it's just so frustrating to see because like middle end hardware and low end hardware is going to be hurt the most by all of these, like the favoring of AI
Yeah.
frame generation over developer,
Like developer
optimization.
prowess. Yeah, yeah,
Right,
basically,
right.
basically. It's also going to be really bad for like high-end systems too, because I mean, back in the day, people used to try to push Counter-Strike to like 200 frames a second. Like
Right.
like these like super like these competitive games, they like usually like to have high refresh
Right.
refresh rates. So having a conversation about like frame generation being placed into that, like your frames are not, I don't even know if that's like, if people have tried to compare like actual frames being rendered at 200 frames per second versus like DLSS frames at 200 frames per second. I don't even know if that's
Right.
possible now, but like I'd be really curious to see what that ends up looking like and how people, like what people end up doing, because if like
Right.
at the moment, like the 4000 series is like the beefiest set of cards
Right.
in terms of like raw power, but after that, it basically they just took a step backward for frame generation and all this other stuff that just like it looks beautiful for like most people who can't tell or who
So-
don't need to tell. Yeah, go ahead.
To me, the 50 series looks like it's going to be another case of it's going to be a repeat of the 20 series where they charge way too much and they don't sell as much and you don't get as much benefit. So the 50 series is going to look really good to people who are just buying a new graphics card, which pretty much this is a cycle that repeats itself every single,
Like every
what would
other
you call
cycle?
it? Every cycle it repeats where it's like this is the best card you should get if you have the money. Even the 40 series was hurting in that position because unless you needed frame gen, the 3060 was a better deal than the 4060 in every single way possible. There's no reason to buy a 4060 even if you didn't own one unless you wanted frame gen.
Yeah.
And so with the whole thing of the 50 series not introducing a new gimmick, we could say, because that's what NVIDIA seems like they're focused on now. It seems like they're focused on getting customers to be like, whoa, this gimmick is so good. Like we need people to invest in the gimmick. Their gimmick in the 5000 series card is literally just it's nothing. It's basically a better version, or a quote unquote, it is a more refined version of DLSS. So they're once again blocking off the 40 series from stuff that most likely could run on it. I'm not a master of
Software
microarchitecture or
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
like that. Yeah, so the it's just it's gonna look. NVIDIA has a problem right now where if they continue in this way, their products are going to look less and less appealing to the consumers that are buying them right now. But NVIDIA doesn't care about this. The end goal is NVIDIA doesn't care about any of this because their main money funnel, like the money that they need is from data centers, which the 5000 series and its advanced AI performance will provide on. Like data centers don't care about anything that gamers are excited about, and so they make these cards as like a what would you call it? A consolation, because Nvidia used to be, a sort of a more gamer focused company, but as the need for
I don't know. I don't know
graphics
if I agree
processing
with that. Yeah, go
units,
ahead.
as the need for graphics processing units for for companies and like data center and infrastructure and stuff like that, like they have slowly pivoted to be primarily uh providers for like industry and stuff like that, which is
Yeah,
why their products are not looking as good to gamers right now,
yeah. So I'm
or
thinking.
partially.
So my assumption is that they used to be about data centers in the past, but like the sort of hardware inside of their cards that they used to sell. So like
Hmm.
if you look at the what was it, like Tesla? No, was it Tesla? No,
Ampere.
no, not Ampere. What were their cards? Hold on. They have Nvidia. They had a set of cards. Hold on, their solutions.
Well,
All
don't
this
forget as well,
AI shit.
Lockheed Martin also doubled down with NVIDIA doing military contracts.
Right, exactly.
Oh yeah, the quad.
So,
Okay, so it's the Quadro, and then there was what else?
Right, those are their data, quote unquote, data center solutions. The
Or yeah, their
Quadro
work
and the
center.
AX, or the uh A5000, and that the new branding for Quadro is A5000, like a whatever
They used
series.
to
So I
have
think the
another
next
card, didn't
one's
they? I don't know.
uh
Either one of those. It was Quadro, and then there was something else. I swear it was like Tesla or like
Titan,
no, not
the
Titan,
Titan cards.
because the Titan class
No,
cards were like consumer. They were like enthusiast
right,
consumer.
right.
I forget what they were. Anyway, um, like back in the day, like these Quadros and like their other card that they offered were like really intense computational units. They were just like beefy, like
Right.
super beefy GPUs, and they would have like massive amounts of like video RAM.
Yeah.
I remember they used to have like, what was it? It was like they had like 42 gigs on a card at one point. Like, but when like the
Hmm.
consumer cards, like even the Titan only had like, I don't know,
24,
yeah, like 24
30.
something.
Yeah.
It was always
Hmm.
doubling whatever the consumers had, like easily.
Right.
And they also still supported like the daisy chaining. So like the SLI equivalent of their
Yeah.
data center stuff, like in the professional cards. That was something that was more aligned with like what we used to use back in the day. And
Right.
now, like, since data centers are not just doing like high levels of computation, they're doing like they're basically, most of them are basically being used up in terms of like total energy. It's like all AI shit. So like the individual like user doesn't actually have to have like an AI like tensor core or whatever it's called
Right.
in our GPU. We're just looking for shit that ends up like pushing frames or drawing frames on a screen. And like we
Right.
keep getting into a situation where like in the past they were running parallel to us. That's why I feel like we were getting more frame rate, or I guess you could say more frames per second per generation. But now we're just getting all
I'll
this
be
sort
right
of
back.
magical shit. Okay. And that's like I feel like that's where we're being led. And it's just like it just so happens that, like we're being drug along, and they're using us to like, I don't know, make the sort of, I don't know what you would call it, like the newspaper, I don't know, headlines or whatever, I guess, because like the I think the day after CES, everybody was talking about how like the 5070 was going to be like the exact same thing as like, or going to be pushing the same number of frames as the 4090, but it was going to be like $500 or some bullshit like that. And it's like,
Right.
that's is that even fair? Is that even fair to talk about? That's bullshit. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't know. That was some nerdy shit. I was just thinking about how like we would be funneled into some weird stuff, and it's a shame that like I don't even know. I guess you could make a counter argument that like we don't really need things to look better, because we haven't gotten anything that looks outstanding compared to things that we had like I don't know some
4 years ago, 3 years ago.
I would say 10 years ago.
Wow. I mean, I still think like in terms of like visual fidelity, Cyberpunk 2077 is still at the peak. I think with
True.
all of the
True.
settings on, Cyberpunk 2077 is one of the best looking games that's ever released. But if you go back to games, yeah, I guess you're right. From like 2016 and stuff, they still look fantastic. Like Crysis 3, if you play
Yeah.
Crysis 3 today, that's from like 2012. You play it on PC, it still looks fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. Crisis.
There she is, my beloved. I played so much of the multiplayer of this game.
What, Crisis?
Yeah, I love Crysis 3.
No, that looks fucking crazy.
Yeah, this is a fantastic looking game. It's also just really fun. Multiplayer was good.
That's insane. I do remember. I remember playing the first one. I was just like, "Holy shit, this is nuts!"
Mm-hmm.
Can't run Crisis, but that's not even like a, not even a thing now. Okay. I don't know what else looks good. Like I feel like everybody's just gotten lazy since I don't know maybe
Far Cry 4 looks good still, and that's from 2016, around then, 2015. What else do we have? Let me think for a second. What is this from? 2014. Still looks fantastic, in my opinion. I mean, it does look dated compared to newer games, but it still looks really good.
Dude, this
What
looks like
else?
okay. That I don't was that in game?
No, that definitely looked pre-rendered.
Okay, hold on. This is.
This is in-game.
I was also thinking of stuff in like. Hold on, this is a freeze frame. This is actually. No, that looks really good.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. The
Yeah.
texture, the real thing that's much different from games from this time is that textures in games are usually lower because like the PS4 and stuff like that had a lower textures. Like they have less RAM for
Yeah.
like texture streaming and stuff. So
Yeah.
game textures themselves look worse. Nowadays, still most games don't go above, what is it? I don't remember what it is. Most games don't use anywhere close to 4K textures. I think
No.
they're like, and so seeing, games compared now and then is like the only thing that's really improved truly from then is lighting.
Yeah.
Dynamic lighting
Yeah,
specifically.
basically. Yeah, it's all the buzzwords are always surrounding
Yes.
like, ray tracing and shit.
Right.
When most people don't even like I don't know. Most people can't even tell the difference, especially if you have something set up really well.
Right.
Um,
Right. I mean, the baked lighting is fine still. Like, I don't know what the whole, like, there's only one game I've really used RT in ever, and it's Cyberpunk 2077, again, because I think it's one of the most fantastic, visually stunning games out there.
I haven't
But, like-
played Wukong. Have you played that yet?
Watched a little bit of gameplay from it. It looked really fresh, honestly. There's a reason it, almost won Game of the Year.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, being a Souls-like, I think it looked way easier than any Dark Souls game.
Oh yeah, no,
It's much more accessible.
Yeah.
But the gameplay itself is really unique. It's very. I think it looks fresh. I would have played it. I wouldn't pay $70 for it or whatever the price is. Like I said, I would never pay 60. I would never pay $70 for a video game. I barely buy them at 60 because I'm not much of a. I wouldn't say I'm not much of a gamer, but like I just play old games because I'm like. Very
that's where
weird.
the
I'm
good
very
gameplay
weird.
is at. I don't
Yeah,
know.
exactly. Yeah.
There's a nostalgia. Like people, I don't know if like people just stop trying or like
It
it just
feels
got
like
too,
it, doesn't it? It feels like it.
I don't know.
It feels like
it feels
certain
like it
developers got
to-
comfortable.
Yeah. No, people got comfortable.
Yep.
And people also got to a place where I feel like some places got too big to like actually take a risk. So,
Right.
like too big to risk it. I don't know. Yeah,
Well-
that's why you're seeing a whole lot of like smaller companies doing really interesting things.
Well, remember a game that recently, a black sheep, if you will, a game that tried to take a little bit of a risk and listen to what they thought was what people wanted. It was Concord.
Oh,
Concord
every
took-
time Concord.
Concord took a risk,
Is that even
and look what it got.
Concord is my podcast equivalent of always getting brought up in a conversation. It's not
Okay.
food, it's Concord. I swear, we always talk about Concord.
Did y'all see Concord on Secret Level, by the way?
I haven't seen Secret Level yet. Is it worth
Oh,
watching?
you gotta watch it. You have.
It
I was
actually
just
looks like
playing Armored Core, and I really want to see the Armored Core episode.
Oh my god, it's so
the
good. Keanu Reeves is in
the
it, by the way.
gunplay
Oh, yeah, I have to see
and
that.
the accoutrement around Concord
Mhm.
looked really good. The issue with Concord was it was very divisive.
I still am a firm believer of Concord just being enough. Like, the problem with Concord is if it was free, people would have given it a chance, but paying $40 for a multiplayer online only hero shooter is just not the play anymore. You are not Overwatch. You're not gonna make it. Like, Overwatch was the only people to do it, and it literally caused them to kill their game in this day and age from that. Like, Overwatch is basically dead now, and it's like, also, I just think the characters look fucking hideous in this game. There's one character I like. I think it's the robot. There's like a big robot guy. He looks cool. But otherwise, like, the characters are just... Yeah, there he is. The characters are just hideous. Some of the ugliest design characters ever. You could
It's
tell
such a
that they
goofy
were...
Design.
It is! It looks so stupid!
Some of the old like some of the old renderings that have leaked out of what some of these characters used to look like looked very reasonable.
Yeah, it's like they went in an extreme direction for the sake of, like, diversifying. Not I'm gonna use the word diversifying here. Don't get me wrong. I'm not woke. I'm not saying a woke thing.
Yeah.
It looks like they went really hard into a visual aesthetic to try and diversify themselves further into, like, a niche, or, like, I don't know, like the sci-fi aesthetic, because it's almost like a perversion of, like, Firefly, or like that aesthetic. Like, it's almost like as if, like, someone had, like, read, or
Everybody was beautiful in Firefly, though.
yeah, true. There's no, like, ugly ass characters like in this game.
But now look at how that character handles the gun. It's like all of the little accoutrement.
Yeah, the animation.
It looks like from everything I've heard, people who actually took the time to really look at, like, not the characters but everything else, it all looked really solid,
They had a
and it could have been
professional team behind
something
it,
great.
Yeah, and hundreds of millions of dollars of big company funding.
Oh my god. I think that's the biggest problem. I still can't get that feeling that I got from like initially playing what is it called? Subnautica? From, like,
Oh
any
my
game.
god, yes.
Oh my
Subnautica
God,
is one of my favorite
Subnautica
games
so
of all
much.
times. Yeah, I have
It's so
150 hours on that on PC, and then I have another 300 on console. I did a full playthrough in VR. It's just
Holy
fantastic.
shit. A full playthrough
It's
in
so
VR?
good. Yeah, fully VR playthrough. I did not spend it was probably 5 or 6 sittings. I had a week off in Christmas time. I think this was 2019, right before Cyberpunk
97
came out.
hours.
Yeah, right before Cyberpunk came out, and I was like, I'm going to do a full Subnautica playthrough in VR. It was amazing.
You
just the most fun experience.
borrowed somebody's pool just so you get that
Yeah,
real
got right
4D
in.
experience.
I could definitely see somebody drowning playing VR in a pool.
Yeah. Below Zero was fun too.
I didn't like Below Zero. Like, okay, the thing that was okay, it had the same feel, but the story was just so lacking. Like, I remember getting to the end of this, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" I was like,
I remember watching somebody playing Subnautica back when it was in alpha.
Yeah, me too.
And like when I watched, he was a YouTuber named Slipgator.
Oh, Warframe.
And man alive, the game had nothing, and it was still beautiful.
The thing for me about Below Zero is, I didn't really care about the story in Subnautica. I mean, I finished it and I like the game and I like the gameplay and I like the way the story pulls you through the game. Not the biggest fan of the story itself as compared to Below Zero. The thing about Below Zero is that the level design just did not feel as good as the
No.
original Subnautica. It felt a little disjointed, like the biomes weren't hooked up naturally like they are in Subnautica, and so it felt
good in
disjointed.
Subnautica.
It was very weird because I really liked the biomes
Yes.
in Below
In the
Zero.
Yeah, yeah.
Below
yeah.
Zero's biomes are fantastic. It's just they don't mesh well
Oh,
in the way that
also,
they're set up in game.
fuck that level. Fuck the part where you had to be like above ground. I was not about that. That was some bullshit.
Yeah, that was like a whole big selling point for them. They're like, oh, look at our,
You're exploring
gameplay
above
tech.
ground? No,
I really want to play Stellar Blade. I think it looked fun.
it's
I just
coming
haven't
to
gotten
PC
the chance.
this year.
I will get it then.
Yeah, I'm.
Well, of course, if it's $70, probably not. But
Stellar Blue. Oh, yeah.
yeah, because the
Western game devs afraid of attractive female protagonists.
the assets.
Well,
They're afraid of
it's
the
funny you
assets.
bring that up because I used to play Magic the Gathering for a long time. We're
Mhm.
talking like 20 something years. And it's funny how eventually they went to a like, oh, we can have shirtless dudes, but we can't have like even the slightest hint at cleavage.
It's so
Like,
weird.
it's
yeah,
so,
it's
like,
literally
what the
isn't a
fuck?
Western thing. It's an American thing. Like most cultures.
I'm not
don't...
saying I need full on titties on my
Well, right.
cards, but
Right.
like, there's nothing wrong with having an attractive lady having, just a little bit of a low cut.
Having a rack. No,
You know what
just
I
go
mean?
ahead and lean
Yeah.
into it. Lean into
Yeah,
it.
lean all the way into it.
You don't have to like give her 15 fucking layers.
Right.
No.
Like Concord. Concord's a
Yeah.
perfect example of that. Everyone's wearing 15 layers. I mean, that's exactly, like, if I can walk out, like, I can walk out in some really, like, eye-catching clothing in public, and no one will say anything, but, like, oh, God forbid it's in a video game, or God forbid it's on a card art for a
That's why I
game
like.
for adult men, like, I don't know, it's just very stupid. I
That's
don't
why,
like that
like,
weird
if you look
Western
at
thing.
I actually was halfway tempted to play female V in
You should.
2077
She is the
I played
best.
female
She is
V.
much
because
better.
like
Yeah.
everything
much
I've
better.
heard about the clothing options, she just looks infinitely better. They're just a
Yes.
bunch because my V's always have like a suit and a
Yeah.
tie,
Yeah.
and like I dress like a corpo whether I'm a street kid or not. So I'm like so my third playthrough I'm like I'm just gonna be a corpo, and I'm gonna play like I'm a vengeful corpo who's gonna just take down Arasaka in a contrary way to what Johnny would have. Where like Johnny was like this rebel
Right.
rocker, I'm gonna be a prim and proper like corpo.
See, whenever I see this isn't. I think
This-
this still. looks
This is
pretty
fine.
good.
This
Yeah.
right, because for the situation, having a Viking woman, a Viking warrior woman, dressed, this is fine. Exactly.
Yeah.
This is fine. It's situational, right? Like it's okay.
It's not like she's in a bikini armor.
Right, exactly. And even if she had a lower cut like vest, if she's not fighting, or like a shirt, like it doesn't like
That
like
looks
this
that looks-
again.
that looks
Other than the
fucking
boob armor, this is fantastic. Although people who are more well endowed would actually need like a boob armor,
Yeah, they
which I
need-
think is funny. It's actually because people make fun of the boob armor being like, oh, it's not real, but it's like if you have bigger boobs, you wouldn't be
Well-
doing this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Well, if you look
You
at
gotta
if you
protect
look at
the rack.
old
Yeah,
if you look at old Roman bronze cuirasses, a lot of them had like abs
right,
or like they had nipples
right.
and stuff, and so it's like like it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's a Western thing. It has to do with specifically the way Western nations are built around specifically
Body image.
America. No, it has to do with like Christianity or like religion as a whole. That's the whole like as
Sort of
as
like
if the body has to be
Pentecostal,
shameful.
super-
Yeah. Right,
yeah.
exactly. It's all built around like being modest and stuff like that, even though there's really that's
Just the body.
archaic. It's
Yeah.
archaic, exactly. Like if you're a real functioning adult, you can look at a woman that is, I wouldn't say scantily clad, but yes, a scantily clad woman, and it's like it's not a big deal. It's just
We're not gonna
women
be
are women,
corrupted.
men are men.
Yeah,
yeah.
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 I don't know. It's so that's like my one complaint about like a lot of Western games. Like they just like very much are into having ugly characters, and it's like I don't know. As a moderately attractive woman, I think that's fucking stupid.
Dude, old shit like this is not high res, but
peak.
I fucking love that.
It's peak, yeah.
So
It's peak.
good. So good. Yeah. Wow. Are y'all
Like look up the Magic the Gathering card Liliana of the Veil.
Okay, hold
This
on.
better be SFW.
It doesn't have to be. Let's see. Magic the Gathering card. You said what?
Liliana.
Of the Veil.
Liliana. I can't spell. Y'all shut up.
I didn't say a damn word. I can't spell either. My reading comprehension is through the roof, but my actual ability to spell blows. Yeah, look at that first one. The very first one.
Right here?
Yeah. Look at her.
Oh, I mean, that's just like a low cut thing going on.
Yeah, it's a
over her
low
shoulder.
cut. It's a shoulder cut.
Now look at the second
Shoulder
one.
cut corset. Oh, is that the new card art? It's hideous. It's so bad. It's terrible.
Wait, why is it low res? Damn it.
I mean, you can find another copy of the art that's higher res. That's fine. I'm just
I
saying,
remember
like,
Yu-Gi-Oh
like,
doing
it's-
that in the day because, like Dark Magician Girl got
Dark
censored.
Magician Girl. Yep.
Yeah, there was tons. I still have my original card art, Dark Magician Girl holofoil limited edition from a box set. Like that, I can kind of understand with Yu-Gi-Oh because it kind of got picked up by kids in America. But again, like there's nothing. I don't think you can make a compelling argument that, oh no, a bit of cleavage is like the worst thing ever. Like, dude,
Yeah.
so stupid.
Did you even have cleavage in the original? Oh, yeah. A little
Yeah. I mean, like,
Yeah.
she's
little bit
she's
of negative
supposed to
space
look.
there.
Yeah.
Didn't think I'd be coming onto the podcast to be looking at beautiful women, but here we are.
Oh, we've had discussions about my adoration for Hilary Duff a few times.
Holy shit.
That is fan art. That is fan art. That is not real.
It's
I was
peak.
about to say, that's fucking
It's
crazy.
peak.
Massive
There actually,
agendas.
if you look up, if you look up, oh wait, there's a Japanese one that is a real one.
God, I love her. Anyway.
Oh, it's Hella. Yeah, that's awesome.
Ugh,
That's cool.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, Hella's great. I love Hella.
You said it's a Japanese one? Are you talking about right here?
Yeah. No.
It's anime-ified. That's cute.
Yeah, it's the anime one. Go back to the other card art you were looking at, and it was below it.
The other card art, where was that at? Was it down here?
I don't think so.
Shit.
Just after Liliana of the Veil, just look up anime.
Anime.
Excuse me.
Damn it, I don't see it. Oh yeah. Next to the red,
Lily,
to
do
the
you
left
watch
of that.
Demon Slayer?
I'm up to season
No.
2.
Go up
Yes.
2.
That one looks really good.
Those look good.
Now you went way too far up.
Okay, go up. To
Okay, the fourth one on the left.
fourth. This one?
No. All the way up to go all the way up to the top.
Okay.
Go to
You
the
said
left.
too far before.
That's a
Okay,
little-
now go down 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4.
Yes, that one.
Oh,
That's a real card.
Wait, that's the real art?
Yeah, that's the Japanese
I fuck with that. That looks
exclusive
great. I like that.
promo that they got.
That's
Oh.
cool. I like that a lot, actually.
That's actually.
The style, like the
Horrifying.
cartoony stylization, looks really cool.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They did a collaboration with Japanese manga artists or just Japanese artists in general. I
Shit,
can't
that's
remember
fucking dope
exactly.
as hell.
You get a lot of viewers actually on this stream. I didn't realize.
It's just like people passing by. There's
Mm-hmm.
like concurrent, and then there's like passerbyers. Yeah.
Man, the last time I tried to go on TikTok a couple days before it got blown up, it was like ads, like just nothing.
Every social media platform ever.
Yeah, it's basically that. Yeah. And they just TikTok is just
Instagram
really
is the only one that isn't always ads, but it's also like half naked women all the time for some reason. And I'm like,
Remember, your Instagram reels are catered to you
I don't
through
look
the
up that
algorithm.
kind of stuff though on there. And I'm like, what the hell?
A likely story.
On upper rank. Wait, upper moons. Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah, she's great.
Oh
She's
my
great.
God.
I have seen this fight, so yes, I have been here.
Fucking
Yeah, she's cool.
amazing fight. She's fucking amazing. There's like one scene where she's bent over. Everybody is like nose bleeding. Holy shit.
We love Big Nezuko as well. Big Nezuko is good.
Yeah, Big Nezuko.
Is that the main character's sister?
So what now?
Is that the main character's sister?
Nezuko? Yeah.
No, Nezuko is, yeah. This character isn't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is one of the evil ultra demons.
Did you watch Mugen Train?
Yes, Mugen Train was fantastic.
Holy
I love
shit.
Mugen Train.
It popped off like nobody's business.
I've seen like 3 episodes of that show. So
dude,
I
that
like
show
Akusa.
is fucking amazing. But
it's really good. It's
yeah.
really good.
Damn, I don't even know what I was gonna do. Okay, anyway, that was random. We were talking about women, and shit happens.
it's real easy.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Any upcoming games
you know,
are excited about? Oh,
go ahead. Yes, actually, there is something.
Okay.
The Switch 2. Have y'all seen the trailer for the Switch 2?
Yeah. Actually, I don't even know. I want to see it. I wonder if I can play it. Hold on.
Yeah, you should be able to. It shouldn't be a problem because I've seen like a million reactions from it.
You mute it and you'll be fine.
Nintendo. Wait, hold on. Nintendo will fucking copyright strike some shit.
IGN has way more views, anyways.
Wild.
How? Wait, for real?
You guys seen this yet?
No, they got 18
Yeah,
million.
I have.
Shaved off a little bit ish. Added some little buttons and dongles. I heard that there was an issue with overheating. Do you think that like all of this little like shaping will help it?
I mean, I've never had an issue with overheating with my Switch.
Yeah, I've never overheated with my Switch, even in the hotter times in the summer. My PS5, meanwhile.
Yeah. Stinky talks about that all the time. He's in Australia and he's just like, my shit keeps overheating. Bullshit.
Maybe he shouldn't live on the fucking sun.
It's so hot. Yeah. The PS5 just is... They were trying to be
it's so
innovative
gorgeous.
with their fan, and it really... Under most circumstances, it's fine, but under extreme circumstances, it is not. It is simply not enough to keep the CPU cool.
You just need 2 fans.
Yeah, they really do.
By the way, I've still
It's
never
cute. It
had
looks
any
cute.
issues with my heating for my computer.
Oh,
Of course,
good.
you're in fucking up. You're like next to Niagara
42
Falls.
degrees, by the way. Yeah.
6 degrees. Never had issues with heating.
Well, I was worried about it because he was missing.
It is technically down a fan.
Yeah.
It'll be alright.
Yeah, it's fine.
But so, from what I understand, this is supposed to have the equivalent power of a PS4 Pro.
Get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
Yeah.
I almost don't believe that.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
I do believe that because my Asus ROG Ally definitely has that kind of power. It's a handheld, and I can play Helldivers at 30 FPS on medium settings. Like, and
I'm so happy
Helldivers
that...
doesn't even run on the PlayStation 4. Keep that in mind because it's a PS5 exclusive.
Yeah.
Right. I'm really hyped for the Switch 2. Although I wish it was called something more fun, like the Super Switch.
Switch.
I still feel like everyone knew this was happening because they got leaked like 5 years ago that they're doing a Switch 2, and then now that it came out, everyone's like, "Whoa, it's Switch 2." It's like, well, yeah.
But I mean, like the name, like Switch 2 could have been a placeholder name.
Yeah.
Where like back in the day, like we had the Nintendo, then we had the Super Nintendo and the N64, and like all these other really cool naming conventions, and this one just feels. Even the Wii U was at least clever. I thought it was clever. It wasn't like it was also kind of like PU, but because it stunk. But look,
I know one thing that Nintendo always does well is their fucking video games. Like they make video games for their consoles in such a like massive way. I've always been kind of jealous of that because I've never really been after 64. I never really touched Nintendo.
Yeah, not a big
Really?
Nintendo player either.
oh, I'm a huge.
I only play Pokemon. That's the only thing. I only play Pokemon.
Yeah. I
What? Have y'all
own
ever heard of these?
No.
What is this?
fuck.
No.
Yokai Replay?
No,
Little
never
eye-
heard
Most
of
of those
any
are
these
probably
little
Japanese
aliens.
exclusives that we may not ever see.
No, these are going to be release titles with the Switch too, apparently.
Oh, well, that sounds stupid. Um,
Synth Beast, Horse Scope, yeah.
What the fuck is that? Go ahead.
but like I also love playing Crash
Oh,
Bandicoot, and I've been playing Crash Bandicoot. Oh, that's just fucking Terraria.
My Time at Evershine, is that like a sequel to My Time at Porsche? Because I know there's a game called My Time at Porsche on the Steam thing.
Kickstarter? What? There are indie developers making shit for the Switch too?
Wait. Pathia? Hold on. I gotta know if it's the same developers.
Holy shit! It's a woman who can show skin.
Wow.
Okay.
Is this fucking?
It is.
Fantasy?
It's a continuation of the My Time at Porsche series. Although this one
Oh.
looks realistic, apparently. That's cool. I support indie game devs. Well, not really, because I haven't bought a game in like 10 years, but
Oh my god.
oh,
Dude, I would love to
I
make a video
support
game.
games who don't fucking suck.
Same.
Monkey bought me GTA 5. Nice.
I have that downloaded too. Can
Oh,
also
you
play
do?
that at some point.
I think it'd be fun to like start a business empire with a bunch of people on GTA Online PC. That would be really fun. I love that game. I have so many hours in GTA Online.
Never played 1 hour in GTA Online.
I've never played 1 hour of the main
Still haven't.
game, so
103
Yeah, neither have I.
hours. You never played the main game? The main game is
No.
so good.
Nope,
nope.
Just not
never
interested.
played.
Michael is still trying to talk to his fucking therapist every time I load in.
Oh my god. Wait, what is this?
All I want to do in that game is listen to my BG's radio station and drive around in a nice car and pretend like I have money for gas.
Oh, this is a
He
PlayStation game.
he
This
bought
is
me
not-
the premium edition. I'm gonna get a head start in GTA Online. That's so cool.
Damn. Wait, what the fuck is this? I'm not interested. I don't know. This
Kinda
reminds
looks-
me of that other game that you have. The what is it called?
Stardew?
Yeah,
Yeah, it does look a little bit like Stardew,
dude, that art style is my shit.
but it's more 3D than Stardew.
Is this kind of more like
love-
Animal Crossing?
Yeah,
I guess it is a little bit more
This
like
is a
Animal
little
Crossing.
more like
yeah.
Animal Crossing. Yeah.
I love Stardew though.
why are they
Stardew-
jiggling?
Stardew
When
Valley
they
is
talk,
so
they like
good.
jiggle.
Anyways, in terms of games that I'm excited for, Monster Hunter Wilds, definitely Wilds.
Really?
Monster Hunter Wilds looks exciting. Yep. Been waiting for the world sequel for almost 10 years now.
I'm excited for Cyberpunk 2077.
He's ready to go back and play.
Oh my God.
I'm so stoked with that game. That game has just for everything I used to hear about how like meh and
Oh, I
how
thought this already came out. It's not. It's
frustrating.
Not yet.
Like I'm like, yeah, this is great stuff. It's
Yeah.
very it fits my superhero so well, and everybody's like, Leland, how have you not played Cyberpunk 2077, but you have the superhero that clearly looks like they would fit in that. I'm like,
Yeah, true.
"Oh, it's just who I am." What the fuck is that?
I have no idea. It's like a bear lion thing.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a cave lion.
It's an Alpha Doshuguma.
Yeah.
Look, I don't need none of your Spanish around here, okay? We speak English.
It says it there in the corner.
It does say it, yeah.
I don't know how
Alpha
to.
Dosha,
Yeah,
Dosha.
whatever.
Dosha.
Dosha.
Doshaguma.
It's an
There we
alpha
go.
dodecahedron. Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, this is basically the only thing I'm really excited for. I can't think of any other games off the top of my head.
Really? Oh, Grand Theft
Yeah.
Auto 6? I mean, I assume it'll be good.
Yeah.
Because going back to Liberty City will be nice.
Is it Liberty City?
Well, Liberty City is going to be a part of it. From what I understand, it might have everything from the leaked
235
map.
million views.
Insane.
From the leaked map, it'll probably have everything.
It looks so good too.
It does. Also, clapping for not ugly main characters.
Yay!
Dude, there were some people, obviously, like some kids who have never gotten laid before, but they were like people who were. Hold up. There was some technical details on that beach scene. So, have you ever seen like a buff guy run? Like, there's like some jiggle.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that sounds weird. You see that? There's this guy right here, like these two fitness people.
Yeah.
Like, there's like jiggle in their run. That's
It's got
crazy.
the jiggle, yeah.
That's insane.
Anyways,
That
continue
looks
about
good.
this discourse. I wanna.
Oh, they were talking about. They showed a photo of the main character, and she was in a bikini. Looks like a normal woman, and they were like, "Oh, why is she fat?" And I'm just like,
Dude,
the
you
fuck,
literally so stupid. Yeah.
dude, I don't understand people. I mean, I do understand people. I hate them. So I say I don't.
Type of
understand
people that literally don't get laid.
them. Yeah. Oh, God.
They don't understand what real people look like.
I mean, yeah, literally, like that actually is true. Like the amount of people on like Twitter and stuff you'll see that'll like talk about a woman who is at like 20, 23, 24, 25 BMI and they'll be like, she's overweight. It's like, dude, have you ever actually seen a woman in person with their clothes off? Most likely not. With you, the way you're
how
analyzing their
much
BMI.
fat is in a boob?
Yeah, literally, like
Exactly.
it's like 80% fat.
Yeah. Yeah. What's her name? Ileana Mar, the rugby player. You know who she is?
No,
Yes,
USA
we've had
rugby
this
player?
discussion.
She's like,
I have never.
she has a BMI of like 35. Hold on.
Mhm.
Let's see. U.S. Rugby. There she is. Okay.
Oh yeah, she's big boned.
Yeah. She's pretty fit. And she's actually, I think she's kind of pretty. But she has like a BMI of like, I don't know, like maybe like 30-ish or something. And she has some bad
Yeah.
photos.
Yeah, that one was pretty.
Yeah,
terrible.
that is pretty bad. But holy shit, like she's like some of
You
these
built
rugby
huge.
girls are fucking. They're good. They're nice.
Right? Yeah, I mean, like
Like look at the
dude,
jaw.
anyone
Look at the. And she got like
anyone
this massive
who's
trap in
seen
the way.
an actual woman is dude, I swear to God, like that's the thing, like that I realize it's like a lot of like only really insecure men are like uncomfortable with a woman's body if they're like, chubby or something like that. Like
Yeah.
only if someone's uncomfortable with themselves. Obviously people have preferences, but like
Yeah, but like I'm also firmly in the camp of like I dated one girl who was like really skinny, like not unhealthy skinny, like she had like a problem, but like
Right.
skinny enough. I'm like, look, I'm afraid I'm gonna hurt you,
yeah, right.
and it's like I want a woman who can actually eat in front of me and like eat a whole meal and not be scared that you're gonna gain 5 pounds. Like, look,
She
like
looks
eat,
good in that picture.
Yeah.
like God damn it, eat something.
God damn it, eat something. Put something in your mouth. Yeah.
Like I want somebody who, if my grandma was still alive, my grandma wouldn't try to force feed you lard.
Oh my god.
My grandma was big on that. You come over to the house and you're hungry. You ain't leaving hungry.
Yeah. Grandmas are like that.
Not all grandmas are like that, but my grandma Pelton was.
What about you, Mike? Are you excited for any new games?
Yeah.
I was trying to think about that like while y'all were talking about it, and everything on my wish list is just like
Nothing
Maybe-
new. Oh, Falling Frontier looks cool. I saw
Yeah,
a trailer of it on
Falling
YouTube and I added it to my. Yeah.
Broken Arrow, waiting for that as well. I was waiting for Arc Raiders. I got to play the alpha. I wasn't.
That's the extraction shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't really that much into it. I don't know. I'm just not into extraction shooters.
You know what? You know what I'm most excited about in 2025? I'm just excited to have games to be able to play with my friends. Like,
Mhm.
like I went through a good number of years where like we didn't like because me and Monk and a few of the guys
Mhm.
we used to play Battlefield and we used to play like all these like team based games and like then we just dropped off and stopped doing that for like quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's
sad.
only
I
more
hate
it's
that.
only more recently that like we finally have gotten back to the point where like we're actually all playing video games and now we our group has adopted both of you and it's like fuck yeah we got all these awesome people to play video games with again and we can actually play not single player games all the time. Like
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I love Cyberpunk 27. I'm obsessed with that game. But like I also love playing multiplayer games with other people.
That's true. I mean, I really, I kind of wish we would have like gone through and played some more Mech Warrior Mercenaries.
We can always go
I mean,
back
we can
and play
always go
for it.
back.
I still
I still really wish we could use clan mechs without having to have a mod installed for mercenaries, because like I just love clan mechs so much.
And Mech Warrior 5 Clans, it's not that it's a bad game, but man, it didn't sell terribly well.
It lost
It
me.
didn't
I just wasn't excited about it.
yeah.
Again,
really,
the problem with
stinks.
Mech Warriors with clans to me is that like I was interested in getting more into Mech Warrior lore, and I definitely have. I've been like absorbing quite a bit of Mech Warrior content since I got back into it. And clans was good, but to a normal person, Mech Warrior 5 is still superior in every single way in terms of gameplay, because it's the same game with none of the flashy visual upgrades and like basically all the same things, and you just don't get clan mechs unless you install like mods, which like sucks.
Yeah.
Well, the entirety of Mech Warrior 5 Mercenaries is supposed to take place before the clan invasion.
Right.
Like that's a whole thing. So like of course they don't exist yet. But like it can be modded to the point where you can add those in, so it really diminishes clans being like, we have the clan mix. Look at our better graphics and look at our actual voice acting and like people that are moving around on screen. And like those all look great, but the actual content is just not. I fucking missed watching these.
The actual content is just not what.
It's just not worth it.
Oh yeah.
Which hey, Coca-Cola, look at that, man! I'm not even 5 minutes in, and we're already seeing Coca-Cola.
That's just branding. By the way, Lily, what we used to do in like our first few episodes is we used to do like these sort of walking tours and just sort of like basically just shoot the shit.
Look at that hill.
Point out stuff.
That's cool.
You talking about the hill in the background?
Yeah, or maybe it's a mountain. Maybe it's far enough away. I think that's just a hill.
Yeah, it's just a little mountaintop. Just a little.
Look around here. That would probably be called a mountain.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, where I live,
around here. Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna
thought
say
you were talking about around here.
I thought you were talking about Japan in general, and I was like, dude, they have
I'm
Mount
talking
Fuji.
about Illinois.
No,
yeah, that's true. To us from Illinois, that is a mountain.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
We have no interesting terrain in Illinois. You have to drive like 4.5 hours for interesting terrain.
That's crazy.
In any direction.
No, go to Starved Rock in Utica.
That's 4.5 hours. It's like 2.5 hours. Okay.
That's like 2 hours from Rockford.
It's like 2.5 hours from me.
Are there any like pop culture like things that y'all are excited about or sort of like dismayed with?
What do you mean?
Let me think.
So I didn't originally think this. I thought this was like an old person's like way of thinking, but like fuck social media. Ironically, while I'm on,
yeah, we're old, more experienced.
No.
We're not the target for social media.
No. That's not it. Because social media can be fun, but there are aspects to the internet that I'm just like starting to like really regret, and I feel like I feel like social media is like the worst parts of like what the internet has turned into.
Yes.
There's and I've said this like 4 or 5 times before. There are really, really good parts of the internet. Like there are some subreddits where I'm just like, holy fuck, this is amazing. This is like foundational wealth of like information and knowledge that people are trying to like pass on to other people, and they're like having like intelligent discussions about like, I don't know, like music theory and art theory and like all this cool shit. And you're like, okay, it may just be cool because I'm just like nerding out, but I've like showed my brother this stuff who's not like a nerd at all, and he's like, dude, there's some really useful stuff in this area. Like, how do you even find this? I'm like, dude, it just sort of popped up, and like everybody's doing their thing. And then you'll be like on YouTube for a minute, and you'll find like really cool channels talking about this like really interesting stuff, breaking down this cool like the most niche sounding stuff, like the economics of like the Netherlands or some shit. There's a channel. There's a channel called Not Just Bikes, and he only talks about like how the Netherlands turned into more of a walkable country. And then you'll have other stuff, and I know that everybody has their preferences, but you'll have like red pill shit, or you'll have like this like broken generation of like, I don't know, like socially handicapped people making stuff on like TikTok, and like I'm just like, what
are we talking like Johnny Somali type content?
There's like the Johnny Somalis and the and like I don't know, all the like the dating stream people, and it's
basically just doing the most degenerate shit for money, literally for money.
That's you gotta remember, that's what the internet is. It is this pot of boiling water, and like somebody decided to throw the contents of an entire fridge into it, and some of those things that like they belong in a boiling pot. Like some of those things are great, but like you also have like an entire like jar of pickles that's not opened.
Okay,
it's just floating in this bottle. Like you know what I mean. Like,
is this analogy going? I got you, but yeah,
yeah, but like there's these things that like you're gonna find those things whether or not you're looking for them, because like you gotta sift through the unopened jar of pickles to get to like this carrot that's like boiling away in here. And like this carrot, you can cook a carrot in boiling water. That's fine.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah,
Like you got to curate your own experience, and even if you try, you might still find some shit.
I don't know. There's
but I get you. Like I'm not on hardly any social media anymore. Like I don't go on Facebook. I go on Facebook once a week because my mom is always tagging me in fucking recipes, and I'm like, just send them to my phone.
Yeah. See,
I've taught you how to copy paste.
I'm a pretty big social media user, I'd say, and it's like, it is just not good for you in any way. Like it's not like. I have like insane body image issues because of social media, and it's like I don't want to be like, oh, because social media or anything, but it definitely contributes to it. Like
it doesn't help.
The days that I don't go on social media, I markedly feel better about myself. Like today, I've barely been on Twitter at all, but like on other days, I'll go on and I'll see people and I'll be like, wow, like dude, and then I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like it's just like it's such a toxic thing, especially like that, and just like the way people like farm engagement for money, especially on Twitter now, specifically.
Twitter is like
blue check mark. You can just make money by saying stupid ass things. It's the dumbest shit ever, dude. It's actually like,
Nori? What the fuck what are they drawing there?
It looks like seaweed.
Seaweed, yeah, or actually like sea grapes or seaweed or something. I don't know.
That's cool.
It does look like sea grapes, right?
Yeah.
Social media is a mistake. It's just the worst thing ever.
You know what though? I mean, like I can't say that because like if it wasn't for TikTok, and I told the other guys is like if it wasn't for that, I would never have met Mike. And I like Mike.
It's nice meeting people through social media.
Nice. But... It's nice to have had at least something I can tangibly say. Like I got a positive experience because of TikTok.
I need a shirt that says, "Man, you got a it's like." You get a friend out of this? I get a shirt that says, all I got was body dysmorphic disorder.
I'm trying to figure out, like, are you following, like, a whole bunch of, like, beauty influencers that give you dysmorphia or something like that?
I follow a lot of, like, models and stuff like that. I follow a lot of quote-unquote attractive women on Twitter and, like, modeling and stuff like that. Yes, to that extent as well, beauty and stuff like that. I'm not super into beauty, kind of spend my whole day sitting at a computer every single day, so I'm not like the arbiter of beauty content. But yeah,
It's so
it is partially.
pretty.
It's just like looking at like I don't know, just compare. It's always something I find myself doing is comparing myself to other people, and it's like, ugh, I don't like that. Social media perpetuates that,
Right.
and the content you consume on social media, it's a cycle, and it leads into consuming more of that same
Viscous cycle
content.
is
It's
viscous.
just
Yeah, I get where you're coming from.
there's good social media, like YouTube. YouTube's fantastic. Like YouTube is
Yeah.
an experience, a social media experience where fantastic content that you don't have to pay for, which is insane. Like
Yeah.
the amount of like camping like stuff that I've learned from my hobbies, like camping, computer assembly, programming, like video gaming, like swimming, all
Like
those things is like
Star Talk, and
right.
like all the or books. Like
YouTube
I
is the
can't tell
pinnacle
you.
of this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Even though YouTube has been poisoned a little bit because of
It
certain
did, ever
little
since
things too.
community tabs and like the meme posts that get spread throughout your feed, which I think is the dumbest shit ever. Like whoever's idea was to try and turn YouTube into a more traditional like social network it's just stupid. Just leave YouTube the way it is. Like just
Yeah.
be it a hosting platform for streams and videos. The community tabs being like, oh, you can talk to your community, that's fine. But like posting memes and stuff and then like having a channel completely unrelated to what I am interested in, and then a meme shows up and I look at it, I'm like, why is this recommended to me? Like I don't care. If I wanted memes, I go on Twitter, like or Facebook. Like it's so stupid.
I don't know. There's an aspect to YouTube that's actually like I think it's the process. It's so easy to post and upload a comment or an idea to TikTok that like the faucet or like the pipeline of like people just being able to input is just like super
Right.
wide. But when you look at like YouTube, like most videos on YouTube that actually get views, they're edited, they're like well
Yeah, they're very
polished,
professionally
they're orchestrated. Yeah,
right.
yeah. So I feel
Absolutely.
like that's a sort of natural barrier. I kind of wish that they would lower that for like streaming because it's obnoxious to fucking stream on YouTube. Holy shit!
Right.
But
Yeah.
when it comes to like value for information, holy shit, I'm like 1,000% behind you with that like that Twitter shit. I don't know. Okay, I don't think people truly understand how damaging it is just to like pretend that you're actually having a conversation, which is what's not actually happening. Like that's exactly what's happening on Twitter. Like people are not engaging in like any sort of like meaningful thought. It's just like bullshit most of the time. And I don't know, like I don't know how long shit posting is going to actually last. I rarely ever see like advertisement post. To be honest with you, like how the fuck are they even making money on Twitter?
So
Like it makes sense on TikTok because it's basically PG-13. Like if you say anything too crazy, then your video gets taken down, which makes sense, 100%. Like it's social media, we're the things being sold, and like as long as you can basically keep your eyes attached, you can keep swiping, and then someone's going to watch it. But if you end up saying something too controversial on TikTok, they're not going to want that next to any of their ads because somebody who's paying them for ads could end up having or seeing their content next to someone talking about some, I don't know, some crazy shit, and then boom, it's gone, you know? So,
right.
yeah, I don't know. What were you going to say?
I don't know. I lost my train of thought. It's okay.
Shit,
No
my
worries.
bad.
No, it's okay.
But,
I think I was going to talk about like the monetization for Twitter or whatever because it has to do with
Well-
like engagement or something. It's very stupid. Ever since Elon Musk took over, it was like
yeah.
Well, also Muskie also got a ton of money just by requiring to be paid for the blue check mark.
yeah.
Well, he
They
got
made a
ton of-
shit ton of money for that.
They got a shit ton of subscription funds from that, but
It will
That's-
never
I don't
offset
think
the
that-
amount of money he
yeah.
paid for Twitter. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah.
not going to offset the amount that he paid for Twitter, and it's also not going to offset the amount that is lost from losing
Half
the
of
amount
Twitter's
of like
user base.
well, no, not just losing their user base, but also losing the number of people who are willing to like actually advertise on the platform.
Right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's
You're
so
right.
it's so weird. I don't know when, and I'm not trying to get political, but like at some point, people kept saying things like free speech as if that was the reason why companies existed. And it's like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. They exist to
Right.
like address a market, and they always
Right.
existed to address a market. And like anything before that was just some sort of fanciful idea. Like it wasn't ever
Right.
meant to be that way. It wasn't ever meant to like allow you to say anything you wanted at any given time. It was
Right.
always meant to like you're like you say something, people engage, their eyeballs looking at the screen. They can measure that. They can sell that. Just like Nielsen ratings for television back in the day.
Right.
So like
Right.
anything other than that is fucking pie in the sky bullshit. And now we have like these weird meta conversations that are occurring based off of like whether or not it's the public square, and like people are like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Like that's not what social media actually even is. Like it is meant to be a pure like a pre-curated thing that people can sell ads on. That's it.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know what fucking people are trying to do. They're trying to do some crazy shit, and I don't know, pull the wool over our eyes. We ain't fucking Russia, damn it. We're America.
True.
Well, that leads into like we haven't discussed the social media aspect of Discord yet, because Discord is also a version of social media where you just curate your community, and it's like, okay, well, these are the people I like talking to. This is a place where we don't have to get diluted by the voices and opinions of other people.
Right.
It's like the
We
cool kids
just-
table at lunch, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And you have all these different quote unquote, that's a good analogy.
Yeah.
A very good analogy.
And oh my god, please stop.
Oh,
How do they,
I can
how do
look
they
at
make money? I pay for Nitro.
Discord.
Yeah,
Well,
but
Nitro.
how many people pay for Nitro?
Discord makes plenty of money. There's also a non-zero amount of like ad, like if you've seen those quests. Like I have mine disabled.
Holy shit, that looked like a transition. Y'all see that?
That looked really
It's
fucking good.
Crazy.
caught me off guard.
Oh my god.
I do think some companies pay for their space on Discord too,
Really?
like Magic the Gathering or
I
Marvel
do see
Snap.
ads
You know,
every now
all
and
these.
again. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. It's probably really cheap for them too, because there's no like central place for them to.
Yeah,
It's not
and
like a
whoever
big
makes
infrastructure,
their
everything's
own
partitioned. Yeah, go ahead.
whoever makes their own space has to do it all themselves. There's no like, they don't handhold you how to make your server,
Yeah, it's a set of frameworks. Yeah.
which is nice.
Well, now that we've gotten through the disparaging parts of society, anybody looking forward to something?
I'm going on vacation this next weekend.
Oh snap! You
Ooh.
traveling or are you?
Yeah, going down to Florida to stay with my parents for a while. My girlfriend is coming down as well, so
Oh,
that'll be the
shit.
first time we meet in person because we're kind of in a long distance sort of deal right now. So
Oh,
that's
nice.
exciting. Yeah.
Nice.
That'll be nice.
Very excited. And I basically don't work this week. Like I worked yesterday, which was an 8-hour shift, and now I work Wednesday for a 4-hour shift, and then I'm off until Saturday and Sunday, and then I leave Monday. So it's like very nice week. Very relaxing.
That'll be
That's
nice.
awesome. I don't even know what I would do. I remember like God, it was like 2 years ago. I took a vacation to Cancun, and it was 2 weeks. And like after the first 4 days, I was bored as shit. I was like, I have no idea what I'm gonna fucking do.
Yeah, thankfully my parents are like really rich, so we'll just go eat and they have a pool, so we'll swim, and
Oh damn!
we'll probably go like out of town and go to the aquarium or something like that. I don't know. It's been a while since I've
Don't
Done
don't
stuff
say,
in
any,
Florida.
don't say anything.
Hunt Florida people.
Don't say anything too specific. But do you mind if I ask like how they got that money? They got that oil money or something, or like?
Yeah. So my parents are retired, and they were both. My dad was a politician, and my mom was a med tech.
Med tech. Oh, okay.
Med tech. So she was like a manager as well. So
Oh.
she managed her own like portion of a lab. She managed her own lab.
Oh, nice.
So yes, they're very
Smart as
they
shit.
and then my dad only worked for 4 years in that position, and now he gets a pension from the government for the rest of his life.
Holy
So
fucking shit.
yeah, and back then it was
The good
better than it is
stuff.
today. Yeah, it
Hey,
Yeah.
is
it's
very
I
good.
need to be a
Yeah, so
politician.
yeah, my dad has been retired since I was born, and
Oh
my
my
mom
god.
has been retired since 2016, something like that.
Damn. So they just be going around buying shit.
Yeah, also my parents are really old because I was adopted, so
Oh,
like,
okay, okay.
yeah, so they basically had they're at a later point in life than most people's parents.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, my dad is ancient. He is an
Your
old,
dad is
old man.
ancient.
Yeah, he's
Oh
like
my
84.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh man. Old
Old,
man.
old
Love it.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're great. I love my parents.
Yeah, no, that seems pretty chill. I mean, if you've been like retired for an extended period of time, I don't even know how do they Jesus, like how would I would probably go stir crazy. I just got done saying I was bored after 4 days. They've been retired for like 20.
You
Yeah, for
gotta
like,
gotta have
yeah,
good
long.
hobbies. You gotta
Yeah,
have
like
good.
my dad managed a blog for a long time, like a political blog that got quite big for a while.
Nice.
My mom doesn't really have any hobbies. She just drinks.
Oh man.
So,
I love that your mom just drinks. That's so good.
yeah, yeah. But my dad definitely he like locally he would keep up with like political lobbying and stuff. He's like active work. He would every time he's here, he goes and he like goes to this like donation thing for the church they go
Hmm.
to, and he like donates food to people who are less fortunate.
Oh,
Like
nice.
my dad is amazing. I love it. He's like the pinnacle of humanity in my opinion. Just a very like intelligent guy, and he's very like very emotionally intelligent, very like intelligent in general, and very like open to things that he doesn't understand. It's
Oh,
like
that's really cool.
yeah, he like I would call him an old school conservative, like from like like 70s, 80s, back before conservative. Well, I won't get into that. Back before I think people just became more like less open minded about
Polarized.
things.
He's
Polarized.
like a
Yeah,
he's like a Eisenhower conservative, no?
Hmm.
he's a very open minded guy. Like I've never met
I like your
someone
dad
who
already. I like your dad
yeah,
already.
you would love talking to him. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
He has so many stories. I love my dad. He's
Is he to put it in other terms? Is he more like oh, what was his name?
He's got
He ran for president with Sarah Palin.
John McCain.
McCain, yeah. Was he kind of in the same camp as like McCain?
yeah, I would say I don't
Old
remember.
school,
That was like
old
2008
school
for me. I was a little
conservation.
toddler.
I guess I keep forgetting
Yeah.
you're a little bit on
Holy
the young
shit.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was probably like what was I? Like 10 years old when McCain was running.
Damn.
And 2008. Yeah, 11 years old. So yeah,
I always forget
wouldn't
because like
I would
you look young, but you act mature.
I do not
So,
act. Yeah, I do not act young. At least in public and anything like that. Yeah, I do not. Very well spoken, I think. I've carefully crafted my public facing facade.
Your
I
public
know
facing facade, you got that
Yeah.
sort of that language from
Once
your dad right there.
yeah, well the thing
it's
yeah, he was
called
an
a
English major.
mask. I
Oh, okay, there you go.
understand.
Yeah, the thing is like Lee and or Knight and Monkey know me a little bit differently than Lee knows me a little bit differently than Monkey does, for example, and like the people close to me. It's like I'm not being inauthentic when I talk to you guys. It's just I know how to act when I'm around,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
act like
yeah,
an
yeah.
adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Read the room.
Yeah, exactly.
there are three faces we show the world. There's the face we show the public. There's the face we show our friends and family, and there's the face we only show ourselves.
Yep.
Hmm.
That's Jungian psychology.
Yes, yes, it is.
Go into a deep dive about that. But yeah,
I
it's
learned a lot, and I looked that up because there's an episode of Star Trek Next Gen where there's like there's this clay pot and it's the shape of a person, and then you open it up, there's a whole bunch of little figurines, And they basically, their culture came to the same idea where like inside of the individual, there are many individuals that make up the individual. There's all these facets to who makes you you. It's not just there isn't just you inside of you. It's all these markers from your childhood, from your adulthood, from the experiences you laid, and you were a different person at each point in your life, and all of those combine into who you now are. And I just love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's
le cambone.
Oh, just turn my monitor off. That's nice. Yeah, it's just yeah, my dad, very cool guy. Very moderately, just you would not expect him to have the political views he does have sometimes about certain things because he's just very open to things. He's just very, really, really nice guy.
Yeah, no,
Very
people
reasonable
settling
person.
people settling on a set of ideas is natural because after you get an understanding, you can make a decision. But before then, you have to be fucking open, which a lot of people aren't, which is weird.
Which is sad. It's sad and weird. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been very open about like my sexuality and stuff like that. He's just a really like cool guy. Like I don't know, you don't expect an 84-year-old man to just be like whatever. I don't like, just doesn't even like bother him at all, faze him at all. Like
Yeah.
It's a lot of the stuff he did was when he was in office had to do with like AIDS politics because that's when he was like lobbying and stuff.
Yeah, that's when.
Yeah, so he did a bunch of like campaigning and like basically trying to bring attention to LGBT people, the danger of AIDS and stuff like that, and like people didn't like the way he was saying it, even though it ended up being all of it being true, and he was literally trying to help people. It's very, very weird how politics works like that.
I think that's
You're going to get hate no matter how much good you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Fair.
Yeah. Let's see.
I suppose we're etching in on 8 o'clock. Do we have anything else we want to get talking about, or do we want to get wrapping up and go play some video games, or
I don't know.
What are y'all thinking? This has been really nice. We definitely need to have a episode where we focus on psychology and like stuff like that, because like we have Lily, who's a little bit younger, we have us who are a little bit older, we have Napoleon, who's a little bit older than us. I do have another buddy who's even slightly older than him. Like it's really interesting to see how viewpoints but we all like Lily, you fit in so well with us because even though you're a little bit younger, you're very, I don't want to say you're exactly like-minded, because even within our group, we're different people with slightly different views, but
I appreciate that you're thoughtful and you're not fucking stupid.
Yeah.
The idea that we would have different ideas about a topic, I think is great, as long as we can converge and actually have the conversation.
That's exactly why I like talking to you, Mike, because I feel like no matter what, if we disagree on something, it's still a good conversation either way, which is fantastic. You just don't get that nowadays a lot of the times, and it's it's kind of why I've always ended up hanging out with people who are much older than me, because I kind of look at it this way: when you're a little kid, and you grow up with two extremely rich and mildly famous people.
You keep saying extremely rich. Are they like? Wait, hold on. We gotta get this out.
They're not like billionaires.
Okay.
They're not like one percenters, but they are very well off compared to the average person.
Okay. Upper middle class.
5%.
Upper middle class, right? 5%ers, maybe even. Yeah, exactly.
Enough for the TikTok crowd to fucking lose their mind.
Right,
communist.
and
anyway,
so when right, but they, I'm a firm believer of people who work for their money being able to be rich. And again, not being a part of the 1% is that you can't blame people for making a living. That's my parents made a living.
No,
that's
I don't blame people for making any money anyway. Yeah,
right.
I'm just really annoyed that people oversimplify it to you've got more money.
Right.
That makes you bad.
Right, exactly.
Or having stuff is immoral, which is fucking annoying.
Yeah, which is stupid. Yeah, exactly. Don't be mad at people for making a living. It's when Yeah, I guess I can understand when people inherit vast sums of money and then sit on billions of dollars. That I can get. I can be like, okay, I don't really like that, but like, if
Most
you made a
people,
living for
in
yourself,
in actuality, most people can't even inherit and keep that sort of money if they
no,
if
they
they
lose it
actually
because they're
receive it.
stupid.
Well,
Yeah,
not only if
exactly.
they're stupid, like what's his name, Anderson Cooper. He's descendant from like a Rockefeller or something like that.
Oh, for real? I did
Yeah,
not know that.
yeah. And it's not like his parents did anything bad. He's intelligent. He went to school. Like it's just like because they had so many kids, it just gets divided up. Like people just
Right,
don't have in their head what it ends up being like. I think
right,
everybody
right,
makes the assumption also that like billionaires are effectively like the worst type of like rock star or sports athlete that ends up always having these crazy ass ranked parties or some shit, and that's just what they do all the time, when in reality most
right.
billionaires, they don't have like, they're not like cash rich, they just have a lot of stuff that like increases in value, which is exactly what happens
That, my friend,
to
is
most
called
people.
liquidity.
Liquidity is, yeah, being cash rich means you have a lot of liquidity. That's
Mhm.
what
Right.
Yeah,
a lot of entertainers
I
like.
learned that from our friend Good Old Fabulous Torch Fresh.
Okay. That's what a lot of entertainers are. They're
They have a
cash
lot of
rich.
money.
Yeah, every
Yeah,
single time they
cash
go to a
rich.
Oh,
Right.
go
concert,
on.
they make money. If
Um.
you own a company, you just own stuff, and then that ends up
Right.
being
Exactly.
worth something. Okay. Anyway, I just
Let
had
me
to do that to.
yeah, let me bring this back around to your original
I
point.
just had to
The
scare
the
away the
whole
commies. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. The whole idea is that like when you grow up with parents who are wealthy and like prominent members of,
The
community
community.
or something
Yeah.
like that, right? You end up going to a lot of balls or, like parties or party quote unquote, rich people parties where it's like fancy people in suits talking with champagne about business propositions and stuff like that and
Yeah.
like lobbying stuff for government. And it's like when you are exposed to that when you're like such a young child, you are forced to acclimate with people who are four generations out from you
Mhm.
and are, I've been socializing with people twice, quadruple my age since I was like basically old enough to speak. And it's like, it is translated very well in me being able to get along with people who are much older than me.
You
Uh,
have you learned a skill called high society.
Yeah, it's a perk. It's actually it was part of my origin trait. It's an origin perk, high society. Yeah, so it's like I like being
Fucking
able to be well
corpo.
spoken because yeah, basically a corpo. It's a nice trait to have though because I feel like I can talk to anyone, and when someone else like for example Mike is open to talking about, it's so easy to just talk about things with people, which is exactly why I decided to come on the podcast. I would even be open to coming on more because I like talking. Like
Yeah.
I don't do it very often.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
yeah, I would
Yeah, no,
absolutely come back.
you're
'Cause,
definitely welcome to come back. I mean, to just like chit chat about just about anything.
yeah, I would love to.
I'm really curious about like widening the like scope of the things that we talk about.
Right.
I mean, you mentioned like focusing on something, Nightstorm, but as long as we can hover around it and like just not necessarily keep it like official, but like keep it casual and just sort of like
Yeah,
elevate
yeah.
a
I mean, we
conversation
can
or
we can have we can have. I love how there was a few like sticking points that we ended up hitting this episode,
yeah, yeah.
as opposed to like it doesn't have to be one single subject for 2 hours. It can be, like a few things with this person who knows what the fuck they're talking about, or maybe they don't talk. Maybe we can fill them in on things, and they can fill us in on other things, and blah blah. Blah. We can have an intelligent That's what the whole point of this podcast is supposed to be: just intelligent conversations about things we know something kind of sort of about.
No. Something kind of sort of about. No, not that. Something that we know something about. Yeah, yeah.
Well, we can learn from like the person who knows something.
Yeah,
Like
I
like
remember
Lily was able
the
to teach us.
I think the document that I ended up writing up, Lily, was basically just like I don't have a problem talking about like really specific stuff, but I'm just like
Right.
concerned about misinforming people. And I also
Right.
don't mind like offending anyone, if it's on accident, it's just like I don't want to offend anybody on purpose.
On purpose, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Offending someone on accident sucks, but offending them on purpose is just shitty. You can apologize for doing it by accident.
Yeah,
Like, that's
yeah,
it.
yeah, 100%.
Right, I totally understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
Us,
I don't know.
us being misinformed and saying it on accident and as a wrong fact is different than us saying what we know to be a
Wrong
falsehood.
fact.
You know what I mean? Like we're not trying to perpetuate obvious lies.
Right, of course.
Yeah,
It's not malicious, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It's not
Yeah.
malicious.
no, this
It's just
misinformation
malignant.
bullshit from Russia. Anyway,
We hate misinformation.
this little nook. I don't know what the fuck this is. A little nook that this dude
That
is
little
walking through.
that little yellow house, that was pretty.
I'm getting inspiration for my Minecraft builds from watching this. That orange house stuck out to me pretty well.
I didn't know you played Minecraft.
I love Minecraft. I'm big on
Minecraft is great.
the thing about Minecraft is that I don't play it like a lot of people. I really just play it to build. So if I end up playing
Yeah.
survival, I just have people bring me blocks and then I build them fancy things by their instruction or by their like what they bring me. I just like building. I mean, I like the survival aspect of Minecraft too, but I love building.
You ever watch
Building is my
any YouTubers that were good builders?
Yes, I try to keep myself limited to people who build in survival mode without use of world edit or creative mode. Creative mode's fine, but I try to keep it to people who build organically without like world edit or any mods because I think building something authentically is just by hand is much nicer.
Have you ever seen a YouTuber by the name of Mumbo Jumbo?
Yeah, Mumbo Jumbo does redstone.
Yeah,
he's fantastic.
Mumbo
I love
Jumbo. Yeah,
Yeah, he does some fun stuff.
It's a tiny fucking world.
Yeah. He's fun. Him and then for builders, it's Marlowe is another builder I really like. He has like a really good forever survival world, and he just builds things like every other day, and it's just very nice stuff. But yeah, Minecraft's fun. I don't know. We need more games we can play together because
I have Minecraft. I have it downloaded. I just don't play.
I've never played Minecraft before in my life.
Really?
Is it even like what like? I didn't even know like what is. It seems like there's such a broad like I don't know gameplay set associated with that. I wouldn't even know what to do.
It's
with
a sandbox.
It is what you want to make of it.
Yeah, you can dig, you can fight things, you can build.
It's just like Stardew Valley. Like it can be more than just a farming. Yeah, it is definitely less structured than that.
I think that's the actually highest barrier to entry to Minecraft is there's no direction for when you play, and I know that some people have trouble with games that don't give you a lot of direction or don't have a set goal in mind. That's Minecraft. Minecraft doesn't have a set goal in mind. It's not trying to get you to do any one thing.
Dude, these little
you know what? You will starve to death if you don't eat. That's your goal is don't die.
Oh, okay. So it has that survival element. Okay.
Yeah. You have to eat. You should sleep.
Okay.
You don't have to sleep, but you probably it makes it easier.
Interesting.
So you can tame animals and then like turn chicken into roasted chicken.
I've watched a few documentaries on what's his name like Notch like making Minecraft. And I'm always just like, I recently saw a documentary where he was just talking about how like he like every day he would just like play with code, and then one day he just came up with the idea to make something, and it was sort of like Minecraft, but it was like basically like the world generator, and then he ended up playing another game where it existed as sort of like the sort of Roblox setup. And it had like people running around and the camera like that was like orbiting the player and stuff like that. Not orbiting the player, that was like first person and the world was set up in a certain way. And I don't know, that was really cool because I've always wanted to make my own game, but I don't know, like I need to sit down and like fucking do some shit. I was thinking earlier, like I just paid off like all of my bills. I don't have like any debt now, and like I can. It's not like I'm going to be able to. It's not like I'm going to be able to retire, but I do want to like try to do something for myself. So I don't know. Maybe I need to sit down and like come up with a fucking game idea. I do have a game idea. I just need to fucking try to do something. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Minecraft. This seems like a really cool thing to try.
It's
Could you
fun,
imagine a
or it's
train
not.
being this fucking close to your house?
It would be loud. Although I'm imagining this train is extremely low
Actually,
speed
hold on.
just by the way the I'm imagining this train is extremely low speed because of the way the rail is set up there. It's a pretty like thin rail.
Yeah.
We'll
If I
see.
remember right, their trains don't go all that late either. So at least you wouldn't be doing it that in Manila.
Oh, it's not that loud. That wasn't so bad.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a freight car.
No. And they're not diesel either, so. And it's not a bullet train, so. A bullet train would
Are
just
they
fucking-
electric? Are they not? They're not
Yeah,
diesel. Are they electric?
they're electric. They have diesel
Oh, so it wouldn't be
trains.
loud at all.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be loud at all because most of the noise from a train comes from the engine, or if not, if it's like a large cargo. Because we last November I went camping out in like Iowa, I think it was. It was like right next to Illinois. Like we drove over the border, and
Who the fuck is going in that door on the left? Who is fitting in that? Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
it's so you're right. Either this camera's really high up, or it's a door for only short people.
Yeah.
We went to Iowa and we camped right on the Mississippi, I think. Whatever river runs through Illinois.
Mhm.
It's the Mississippi.
We camped on the Mississippi, and the camping spot was really cool. It was literally right on the lake. We could like walk 10 feet and be on the river, and we can walk 10 feet like on the river. And it was right through the campsite. A train ran through, and we didn't see the train. Like we saw the tracks, but we didn't see the train all day. So we just stayed. We're like, okay, we'll just camp here because it's cute. Because our original spot was closed for like hunting or something.
Yeah.
And then like at 3 a.m. a train would go through, and it's a cargo train, so it would just like
Loud as
be
fuck.
loud. It was like
God.
it was like having a tornado on top of you for 5 straight minutes while it drove through our campsite and then left. But like that's the thing, they're loud because if they're pulling stuff, that's when it gets loud. If it's a diesel and multiple diesel engines pulling stuff, that's when it gets loud.
Yeah.
To be fair, you'd rather it be loud because if it's quiet, it might hit something. At least
That's
if
true,
it's
yeah.
loud, everybody gets the fuck out of the way.
Yeah.
Because something that's fully loaded, it takes a quarter of a mile to stop.
I'm trying to think
This
about
is
how
really pretty.
how the fuck was this place built? Like that's like winding,
It's
hand-placed
probably
fucking-
built. It's probably built on the remnants of an old city. Where is this at?
Where is this? Kamakura? I don't
'Cause,
think
like,
it's an
this-
old city. I think this is just like
Maybe it's just meant
Just
to
a-
emulate an old
just a
city.
residential
Then
area. Even the residential area, most of the residential areas in Japan are not like they're never going to go into like a full-on suburb feel like we have in the U.S.
I mean, that's
Right.
really pretty. I don't know that I'd want to live in that kind of area though.
No, this would be fucking lit because like you could
So-
pop out of your house and then like walk up the street and it would be like the most. There's a temple like right down that alley. Oh, fucking love the temples. That's a what is this? This looks like a fire marshal badge. It is. It's a firehouse. This right here. This building.
Look at that tiny little firehouse.
That's so cool. Oh, I'd love to go there.
Kamakura FM. That's so cool. It has like a map there. That's awesome. Just painted on the garage.
Yeah. Oh, the rusty fucking staircase. Jesus.
Oh, he might go down to where the temple is.
Oh shit. See how? See, and no,
Look
I
at
would
those
love.
people. They're people with the little baby.
See, and this is quiet. This is quiet.
This would be such a wonderful place to live. Yeah.
Like it would probably. I've got the volume cranked up
The
a
only
little bit.
thing
It would
is,
probably
though-
be, like this loud.
Like, they don't have central air, and that would drive me insane.
Well, they don't need central air. They have like.
When it get-
it very
man,
rarely
in
gets
the
hot
s-
enough.
I was gonna say, cause like I hate the summer.
No,
I hate this.
it'll get it'll definitely get hot in Kamakura because it's like where's Kamakura? I think it's like in Kamakura. Opening maps. Oh yeah, no, it's getting hot.
Oh yeah,
It's
it'll
getting
get hot as
as
shit.
It's
Getting
getting
hot
and humid.
as shit.
It's gonna
Nope.
get hot and humid. Yeah,
Nope.
no. It's but no. It's look.
Put me up in Hokkaido.
The,
Where it snows.
by the way, I don't know. Actually, no, I don't think I told Lily. This is the island that I lived on when I was in high school.
Right.
Yeah, and I lived in Otaru, and I lived in Sapporo, and the school I went to when I lived in both of those places was all the way over here. I was in Ebetsu, so I had to hop on
That's
the train
awesome.
and just sort of like book it.
How long was the train ride?
It was like when I lived in Otaru, it was like an hour.
30 minutes, hour? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
that
and
makes
then when I
sense.
was in Sapporo, it was like 30 minutes. Yeah, but it was legit. Oh, fucking cherry blossoms.
So
and shit.
pretty.
But
And it's
no,
at the foothills of like a hill.
But you
at the
wouldn't.
big-
You
whatever.
wouldn't need central air. Like there's breeze. It's right next to a what do you call it? The ocean. You'll be alright.
I don't know what the ocean is like for breeze. I've been
It's
by
fantastic. It's
But-
fantastic.
Yeah, it's great.
Being by any body of water, the
I know
lake
where-
effect wind you get is just, it's astonishing how much it
I don't
cools
know.
down. where you
Chicago has never been that cooling.
Chicago
live.
don't.
Chicago has massive skyscrapers that act as
It fucks it
windbreaks,
up,
and
yeah.
that's also
That's fair. That's fair.
But like next to my house, I live right next to a lake, and it's like when you go from where my house is, probably like 100 feet down to the lake, the wind difference where my house is and where the lake is insane. It's like there's constant wind by the lake, and then by my house you can barely even feel it.
So fucking pretty.
All of those crows. Oh, the temple is just right there. Damn. I thought it was gonna be like way up there. That's a shame. But listen to how quiet it is, dude. It would be fucking dope to live here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, agreed.
Like I said, I just need some fucking central air.
Oh, that's a Zuna. That big rope there? It's like a rope that's made by the priest.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's it for?
Well, this is the temple, isn't it?
Yeah. Fun fact, Yokozuna, it derives from the word of Zuna, and it's supposed to be like since sumo is like a Shinto sport, it's like a Japanese sport, it's always blessed by the gods, so you end up seeing that paper artwork right there, it's supposed to be like lightning bolts.
Hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What is the rope supposed to signify?
I have no fucking clue.
You are not
We
a
do not be
practitioner
spreading
of
misinformation.
Shinto. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I love
don't
those
wanna
lion
guess.
dogs. Those are so cool.
I forget what those. I think those are just like. I think they're just called guardians. I don't know what those are. You're doing some funny shit with the camera, bro.
I keep seeing that. I'm like, what is that?
They're trying to get perfect shots and shit. What does it say on the top there?
What does that say? Wait. David. Wait, you talking about right there, right up above the rope?
Yeah.
I don't know what that says. Yorokobi kokoro? I don't know what that says. Ryu? Something poison? I don't know. I don't know.
That's so
Nice storm.
cool.
Okay, this part's slow. This part of it is slow. I needed to do something. Go somewhere, guy. Yeah. Anything else, guys? I guess we could just call it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I'm good with that.
Okay. Well, Lily,
Well,
you're
it's been a
always
pleasure
welcome back.
being on.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
very much.
Yeah, please come back. I mean,
I would love to.
You're always
next
welcome.
time, next time some shit goes down, we're gonna have to definitely get your take on it. And
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if
I would love to come back. I will basically, if I'm free, which at this, well, as long as it starts past 7, usually I'm free. I will be free.
Okay.
No matter what, past 7.
Okay, it's always we're trying to keep it always to Monday, so there's that. There's also, damn, that's a big house. Yeah, we're just trying to keep it to Monday, and it's usually like
That house has central air. That's so cool.
The house probably does not have central.
I could see the freaking thing.
No, where?
Right there. There's 2 of them.
That's actually probably an inn. That's probably like separate conditioning for each room or something like that. That's not going to be a common thing.
Well,
yeah.
Buy the whole inn.
So pretty here. All right,
right?
Thank you very much for having me on. It was a pleasure. It was really fun.
Yeah. Nightstorm, is there Lily, do you have any socials you want to shout out?
No, nothing.
Nothing?
All good.
Oh
Nothing.
my god. I'm going to have to get on you like I get on Nightstorm. Nightstorm, do you have any socials?
No.
Oh my fucking god. Holy shit. Oh my god. Well, everybody, you can always see this uploaded later on. It'll be uploaded tomorrow, youtube.com/MikeCoolKid. You can also follow me with those same handles on Twitch, in case TikTok, it gets aborted. Or you could find me on Twitter, same handle. And I don't have an Instagram because there's no photos to post with my gaming. I guess I could post like clips and shit, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever do that. I haven't started one, so don't make
bet
an
on
account. Yeah. Don't make an account and steal my fucking handle. All right, peeps. Be cool, stay in school, brush your teeth, wash your face. I'm out. Peace out, y'all.
Later, everybody.